Hello, I'm Jeremy Cavender, and I'm the game developer at Cinderblock Games. And I wanted to do another devlog um, before this game came out on November 6th to kind of give you a deep dive into, what the game feels like and kind of go over some of the improvements that I made the last few months working on this update. If you haven't played Raid on Redwood, it's available on my website, cindergamesindie.com, I believe it is, and also on my itch.io page, which I will have linked in the description below. So here we are. This is my updated start menu. I think it looks much nicer than my old one. I really wanted to give this update more of a cinematic feel, so um, one of the things I did was add in a cutscene, and that cutscene will play right when you start the game. Of course, I made it to where you can skip it if you've already seen it. So that's kind of another thing that I wanted to do with this update is make it even more accessible and play around with sound settings that usually are in a lot of games that I really had to kind of learn. And I have, some cool areas like this campsite was really fun to develop. So I'm really kind of really excited to start going in here. So one of the first things that I I did was I updated the controls. Kind of the main reason why I wanted to make this update in the first place was because the the first kind of iteration of this game, I wasn't a big fan of the controls. Whenever I shot, it really just was really hard to aim. And one of the things I'm kind of noticing here is it's kind of tricky to see the bullets, so I don't know. I might tweak some stuff um, in the future. I'm just kind of playing the game now. But yeah, I really wanted to focus on more accuracy. So I think I did that. And I also tweaked the controls for the controller a bit, so it's working a little bit more better. But I really think that the true way to play this game right now would be... Oh, almost got hit there. The best way to play this game, of course, would be with mouse and keyboard. And I one of the other well, that's kind of a so you can kind of see that a huge improvement that I did with the game was add um, much more animations to the enemies. One of the one thing of feedback that I got from a friend of mine was that when you kill enemies, they don't really do anything. They just kind of disappear. So I wanted to add that kind of cool death animation that of course I did as well. And another thing that I added was blood. It's just kind of a simple image sprite that spawns at the bottom of the player, but it kind of, it's called Snowblood, so I had to have the blood as well as the snow, and that's kind of the biggest change for this update as well, is kind of the environment overall. I kind of one of the first ideas that I had for this a while ago when I started working on this was I wanted to have like a Christmas themed update because I thought that would be kind of fun to tackle. So I learned how to kind of make like the snow particle effect, and I also add in post processing to the game to make the light really jump out. I almost died there. So yeah, I added post processing, and with that post processing, I was really able to really make these beautiful Christmas lights on all these buildings, which I absolutely love. I think it kind of gets you in the festive mood. And then another thing, I'll kind of stop kind of doing the killing these guys. But then I also made this really cool camp area. And kind of see, the closer that I get to this little fire. Might be kind of hard to hear on the video, but when you play the game next month, you'll be able to hear that the fire crackle gets louder the closer you get to it. So that was another thing that I really want to play around with. And I kind of also added that kind of 3D sound effect to like gunfire. So it should, if you're closer to an enemy and they're shooting, their gunshots are going to be much louder. And another cool thing that I added that I want to show off too is the train. It's kind of loud, so sorry if you can't really, if it's blaring. But I just love this train that I added. And of course, I should have got ran over by it, but you can also stand on the track and get ran over by it, and then it will, run you over, and you'll die, and you will have to start over. And of course, you can't, like, shoot at it, so it's kind of a neat way, to get some cover if you need it. I added kind of these cool little train tunnel assets. So yeah, I mean, with the camp and the train was one of those efforts to really populate the entirety of kind of the map that I made. Because in the original game, it was really just the town in the center, and that was it. It was kind of boring. As you can see here, like on the mini map up here, I also, put in the buildings and stuff, so you're a little bit more kind of spatially aware as to where like enemies are, so it's a little bit more easier to get that stuff. Another thing that I focused on was in a preview that I saw on YouTube by Gerald C717. He complained a lot about the music. So one of the things I wanted to do was add in this nifty pause screen. So not only can you turn the music down like that, and then it will completely go away. You can also resume if you want to go back to the menu. You can, and then also quit should quit out application. So I wanted to add a way to at least pause the game because I think it's kind of important to be able to do that. So yeah, I really love that I was able to put in a pause menu on the game. Oh, yeah, and that guy got me. I didn't kill him in time. But yeah, that's kind of the game. Um, just this game's been really great. Another kind of cool thing that I've worked really hard on is incorporating more of the theatrics. And what I mean by theatrics is adding in the cutscene and also doing like my first actual kind of voice over director work. um, having a cutscene kind of came into my mind midway through this update project, and I wanted to add a little bit more story to the cutscene, and I'm not going to show it off in this video. If you want to see it, the cutscene, the majority of it is in the announcement trailer that I made. But it was really fun because I really liked to make that cutscene. I mean, it was kind of fun to put it all together, and it's just such a great such a great yeah. I just like it. I can't wait till people, see it and really can, you know, just enjoy it, at full resolution on their computers. Um, and then also the voice actor too. His name's Logan Hart, and I'll try to figure out a way to maybe, um, hopefully, link to a profile of his. But he's getting into some voice acting, and a mutual friend of ours, notified me that he was, willing to do some work. So I hired him, and I just wrote out some lines and kind of gave him general directions to what I was looking for, and he knocked it out of the park. Did better voice lines than I probably could have done. So um, I'll try to link, profile of his, either to my social media if I ever upload the cutscene itself, or um, do something with him to help him out. And then also, kind of the last thing that I did in this update was also the music. I wanted to have much more music. I did work on a good more couple songs than I included in the last version, and one of the biggest things for the music was I wanted to spice it up a bit. I worked a bit more on the music system uh, for the game. So not only can you turn down the music in the game, but every time that you start a new kind of survival run through, it will pick either one or one song or another song. And I might add more before the game comes out, just because I think two songs to pick from is still kind of limited. So I might work on a few more songs and include them for the full release. So really, that's all that I have to show. Um, it's been really fun working on this, and another huge kind of part of this update too is not only the game itself, but kind of you know the website, and also just Cinderblock kind of as a thing. When I worked on the first iteration of this game, it's just me on itch.io. I just used my name, and I really wanted to kind of build a brand, so to speak. And for me, Cinderblock was such a cool name because it kind of, to me, resembles or kind of means, you know, a building block as to kind of the start of, where I might be in 10 years in like game development. Um, a cinder block is a usually like a building material that you build something that's, much bigger than the cinder block that you use itself. That's kind of the idea, so I thought it was kind of a good meaning. Um, but having this game on WebGL was another huge thing because I wanted to. And sorry if you hear the train behind me, um, but I wanted this to be a lot more accessible to people on WebGL. So I'm putting all of these games on my web browser for free, or yeah, my website, not a web browser, my website for free, and it's just to cut out the middleman. You know, I just want people to play the game. I don't really care as long as people play. Just would like to have people be able to just get to it as easy as possible, and WebGL I think is great for that. So look out for this game on WebGL and itch.io. I will say that if you do download it on itch.io, there might be some small performance boosts and whatnot, and I think the game might look a little bit better. So I feel like there is some incentive to downloading it onto your actual computer, and also WebGL. Um, for this game doesn't support controllers. That's something that I'll have to look into. I know that WebGL can technically support controllers, but I haven't gone around to learning that yet. So you'll be able to play on a controller on the desktop. So just look out for that. It comes out November 6th. So I appreciate you guys watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message on my Facebook or YouTube, or comment down below, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. But I hope you guys have a great holiday season coming up. This is a great game to play for Christmas, of course. But yeah, I will see you guys later, and thanks for checking out this video. Bye.